So, good morning to you everyone. It's Tuesday and the usual live moment to help people feel as though the whole of their lives aren't in some kind of lockdown that hasn't got some normality to it. It's a hello from me. Let me know if you're in the room and watching, and I look forward to knowing who I'm teaching. Today we're going to do part one of a series. So I've decided, good morning Claire, great to see you here. I'm going to make this a series of workouts. So because we're going to go on for about another 7 weeks, I suspect, I feel as though I need to change the format a little bit so that there's a bit of an a la carte moment. You can choose to do week 1, week 2, week 3, or video 1, 2, 3, 4, as you know that you're progressing. Good morning, Jane too. So I'm just explaining that we're going to be doing a series of workouts. This is number one of a series. Obviously it requires a little bit more planning, but ultimately I think it might be a way to play again with what we're doing every morning. The first part of this series is going to be abdominals. You'll be doing a build-up of your abdominal connection, and I've termed it Pilates, abdominals and breathing progression. Good morning, Susan. So you've got your first one in a series. I've no idea whether there's going to be about 5. But there's definitely going to be a connection from one day to the next, to the next, to the next. And let's just see how we feel about it. Let's see if it's kind of scratching where we're itching and ticking our boxes. There's little doubt we will all be feeling the constraints that life has put on us in every regard. I'm doing my best and you're all doing what you're best to make sure it's not all about constraints. So the very fact we're here. Good morning, Patricia. Lovely to see you in the room too. So you're ready for your abdominal number one of a series. Hi Ken, great to see you're here. You will be starting lying down. I was going to start you standing up, but I just won't get through what I want to get through, and that will defeat the purpose of where I'm headed. So you'll be starting lying down. If you know you use a head pad, or if you haven't got a head pad, remember we're saying roll up a towel. That towel will just give you that kind of thoracic connection. You won't be lying down straight away, you'll be seated, but you'll be on your mat. That's perhaps what I meant to say. Good morning, Emma. Great to see you too. No dentisting right now. Actually, I should see a dentist. Has anyone seen a dentist in lockdown? I haven't. I kind of feel like I need to. It's one of those things, isn't it, where you think, oh, dentists, yes. Anyway, I digress. Hello, Trish. Great to see you in the room too. As I've explained, this is number one in a series of, I suspect 5 videos, maybe even 10. This is video number 40 of everything we've been doing. Good morning, Carol. Great that you're here too. Got your day sorted and ready. We will be largely abdominal activating with the breathing muscles and every type of position that the legs can make to ask the abdominal and pelvic stabilizers to connect. There are some moments in this video that you will struggle with, but the aim is that you reach for them and they enable you to progress, so that by the time I'm with you in the studio, we're able to actually do something that is obviously a progression to when you left here. You'll be like, oh my word, these people are amazing. Look what we can now do on the reformer. So in that regard, that's where we're headed. Abdominals. There's a quirky little moment where I'm seeing if I can get you to do a little bit of a cute thing where we roll from our backs onto our sides. So make sure that you're doing as I say. Don't keep feeling like you need to be glued to the screen unless you're watching it to get understanding, and then you're going to do it. Otherwise, try and listen in to me. The rules will simply apply. If there's pain, you stop. Something's going wrong. Good morning, Donna and Janine. So if there's pain during this workout, then you're clearly not getting your posture. Usually it's your pelvis, to be honest. There'll be a shift or a twist going on. So stop what you're doing, have a think, create symmetry, breathe, and then kind of join in again or have a look. Otherwise, use your listening skills, which is what we tell our grandson. Use your listening skills, rather than kind of cranking your neck, looking here, there, and everywhere. For those that have just come in again, so it is a series. This is number one in a series, so it's slightly more detailed, thought out, and I suppose I'm asking you to be educated. If you can't be bothered, just fake it, because I can't see you, but one day you might make it. Okay, I'm going to get ourselves going because it's just past the 9 o'clock. So the first thing to do is find your way to your mat. And on your mat, I've got blocks ready at either end just so that I can utilise them when I want to. You're going to sit down and sit on your sitting bones, trying to get as much equality from sitting bone to sitting bone as you can. Once you've got that position, sitting tall, legs, kneecaps level, start your breathing. So I'm just going to hold my shape here. If it's too intense sat here, I know Ken suggested sitting on a block. Ken, for this first moment, you could sit on a block, or you can just ease out of it because the block won't allow you to fully roll down. Whichever way, we're here and we're starting to breathe. I can sit up onto my sit bones because my posture allows me to do that. So make the best you can of it. As long as you've got symmetry, we're happy in it, as long as there's no pain. You're inhaling as deep as you can and exhaling. So now from that position there, take your arms forwards, just breathe deeply in and out. If you can't hear the breathing, you're failing the exercise already. Then on the next breath out, you will reach forwards into C-shaped bending ribcage spine. And on the inhale, you'll open your arms and sit up tall into a T-shaped spine, awakening the shoulder. Exhale, drive your hands forwards and palms down. Breathe in, open through the chest, crown of the head to the ceiling, and exhaling. Forwards bend the ribcage part of the spine. Inhale, and breathing in, opening through the upper thoracic area. Breathing out, nodding and reaching the rib cage, keeping the thighs almost connected. Last time for this. Always breath out, bendy breath. Breath in, extendy breath. Breath out, bendy breath, stay. Now inhale, arms up to the ceiling and wide. Exhale, forwards flex as you were doing. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling and bring your arms. Your arms go up and then they pull down sideways. Your arms are reaching and strong, but your breathing is what the arms are following and the rib cage flexion's following. So inhale to grow tall, that's the length. Exhale to forwards flex, waking up your oblique abdominals. Inhaling and next time you go forward, stay into forwards flex. Straighten out your right leg without twisting your hips and without resting it. So my right leg is now straight. Now I'm going to breathe in, lift up through the chest, reach my arms and stay. Exhale. I've got this backwards lean. Open my arms. I'm slightly leaning backwards. My pelvic bones of equal load. One leg is straight, but my rib cage still bends with symmetry and my chest opens on the inhale. You've got a slight lean back. Both legs have got energy through them. There's nothing kind of floppy or relaxed about this positioning. Exhaling, rib cage bends, and next time you go into forwards flex, stay. Pull that leg up, check both legs are level, you're forwards flex, but you're off your sit bones, so you've got a slight roll back. Straighten out the other leg with energy, and we repeat. Inhale, opening, and feel the rib cage draw and tuck under your belly button in your mind. Inhale, feel the chest open. Breathe out, strong arms and forwards bending, keeping symmetry, equal load through both seat bones, and keeping energy in the legs. The breath is the biggest energizer. Inhale, opening without the shoulders elevating. Breath out, flexing. And then the next time you find yourself forwards flexed, stay here, bring both legs bent again. Turn the palms now to face the floor again. You've got your C-shaped rolling spine. Nose down to pubis, breathe in. Breathe out, pull the belly button down to the spine as you roll off your sit bones in the direction of your sacrum. Inhale, exhale, drive the rib cage. You end up over your sit bones in C-shaped spine. Stay in C-shaped spine, inhaling. Exhaling. Stay in C-shaped flexion and breathe out to roll the rib cage to keep your load over your sit bones. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. So you're getting the hang of this, aren't you? We're warming up both your ability to move your spine,
but make sure the breath, the pelvic floor and the internal oblique are utilised in the moving of your spinal column. So your spine includes your pelvis. You've got to be able to roll it sequentially and return it. Next time you're up, stay. Now your arms, palms are going to face each other in seated upright. Inhale, take your arms to the ceiling. Start to lean back, looking upwards. I'm looking as though I'm holding something that's of interest. And then you roll down and you watch your hands come to the sides of your thighs. Breathe in, breathe out and float. Look, 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 look. And inhaling to lean. Exhale, pelvic tilt and roll. Everything's got its symmetry. Inhale, pelvic floor, belly to spine. And up you come. And ready to look at those arms going up. And ready to roll. Look, 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 look. You can go as far down as you find you can facilitate. Nothing happening in the back. And everything's increasing the mobilization of the spine and therefore including the abdominals. It's an inhale, lean, and an exhale, roll to wherever your body goes without pain. Inhale, exhaling, really drive the rib cage part of the spine up. Now this next time you're going to roll down, leave your legs where they are, and just drape down. Feel the spine lengthen itself, the hip bones pull away from the femur, and you end up lying on your back. Now, if at this point you need your head cushion, pad, towel, whatever it is you've got, find said position. I'm going to ask you to just walk your heels back till your feet can flatten easily without causing cramp in your calf muscle. Your thigh bones are still parallel. Don't let this activity hurt your lower back. It's a technical connection, and if you breathe and follow my cueing, you'll get there. I'm going to breathe out and curl up, but because I've got my legs away from my pelvis, I'm less likely to pelvic tilt, because I don't want you to pelvic tilt. Inhale and back down. Exhaling up and inhaling down. Keep that going, people, and listen to what I'm going to say. If you are lordotic, then you'll do a slight pelvic tilt to keep the sacrum level, flat. The lordosis, the lumbar spine, does not want to close against the floor unless it gives you back pain to not do it. Use your breathing, it's the rib cage, shoulder blades come off and back down. The next time you curl up, you're going to stay up, put your left hand behind your head just to support your head. Now breathe out, straighten that leg out, the right leg, and breathe in and pull it back in again. Exhale, belly to spine. You feel everything pull away from your clothing, push the other leg out and pull it back in again. Switch head, hands, breath out, monitor your belly, abdomen flattening. Breath in, return, and switch again. Breath out, and inhale, both feet level. Roll down, exhale to pelvic imprint. Once you've got your imprint, bring one leg, then the second leg to your tabletop. Pull your knees into your chest and make sure your spine position, I'm just going to change my view here. Make sure your spine position feels gently imprinted and level, so you're here, okay? So your spine position is imprinted, your knees have gently come in, you now take them to true tabletop. In true tabletop, we're going to do 100 as our prep. Breathe out, nod the chin, and you're up there. Now you're going to beat, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. If you're not yet ready for beating because you've got stiffness in the spine, hold on to the legs and breathe as deeply as you can. The sense of pulling the belly down, down, down on the exhaling, keeping it down on the inhaling is everything that this is about. Crown of the head reaches the ceiling. Arms are strong. You're inhaling and exhaling. Nothing else in the body should move. Your middle rib cage is very, very flexed. Your shoulder blades are most clearly off the floor. Obviously, if it's in your neck, you have to keep your head down, or you have to put one hand behind your head and just breathe into your shape, because it would suggest that you need more range of movement warming up in the thoracic, and you're obviously quite locked. Okay, nearly finished here. One more moment. Thighs tight together. Belly, abdomen in. And then pull your knees into your chest. You're going to place your right foot on the floor, keeping the leg bent. Your left leg's going to go straight up in the air. And in this position here, you're going back to a neutral pelvis. Listen to my detail. Push your hands strong against the floor, not the chin in. The leg that's in the air is as high as it will go without you twisting or tucking under. Exhale and drive the belly in, abdomen in, navel to spine, and pull that leg down with lots of energy till it all but hovers the floor. And inhaling, feel it float back up. And feel the abdominals. Inhaling and back up. And this exercise here is where it requires you to be disciplined. Exhale. If you can't feel your core connecting, it's not because you're amazing. It's because you're not doing it. Okay? Exhaling and... Now stay here, breathe in and point your toe. Now inhale, float the leg up. And exhale, pull it down. Stay again, I meant to use a breath out to lift it up, forgive me. Breath out, let the leg lift up. Breathe in and let it go back down. Breathe out, abdominals, pull away from your t-shirt. You feel heavier behind the back of the rib cage. Your leg that's bent, the foot's pressed against the floor. Your pelvis is absolutely level because this is what it's about. You've just got one more. Down it goes on the inhale. Exhale it back up. And then place that leg down. Other side. Get everything level. You're still in neutral. Your pelvis is never level unless you think it and find your pelvic floor to deal with it. So start up in the air. You've got flexion at the ankle. You're very aware of pelvic floor. The heel of this foot's into the floor. Breathe out and take your leg to where you can go without any shift in the pelvis. Don't be afraid of looking up where your leg went to and make sure that it went to where you believed it should. The back of your rib cage, breathe out and this leg comes down. And then breathe in and feel it float up as you keep all of your trunk stabilizers working. Breathing out, massage the navel down to the spine. Your t-shirt just got baggier. Your leg is reaching. Inhaling and back up. Exhaling. And inhaling back up. Now point your toe, have a breath in. And then inhale, push down. And exhale. Imagine the abdominal area only can pull that leg up. Inhale it, floats it away, but reach. Exhale, your abdominal area, core connects. And you feel these muscles assist that journey. Inhaling, it lowers. Absolute trunk stabilization and length. And it comes back up. This is your last one. It lowers down. It's all about your breathing, I said. And exhale. It comes up. And you're going to pull this knee into your chest and hold on to either side of the shin, as I'm showing here. Breathe in. Exhale, curl. Create the imprint of the lumbar and the middle waist and stretch the other leg away. Breath in again. Exhale, slowly switch. And breathe in. And so now you get a kind of connection progression. So you'll notice that one leg maybe, it's slow, it's deliberate, and you want to keep your pelvis absolutely level. Are you with me? Shrink the tummy away from your clothing. Pull the navel down into the spine. Feel as though the whole of the back of the sacrum to lumbar area is absolutely level and both legs feel energy. Okay, people, bring both knees in and send both legs up to the ceiling. I'm going to do something a bit quirky. If you were in my presence in a group session, this would be fun, but I won't see the calamity at home. I'm going to get you to come onto your side without just crawling around. So take your arm over so you can see where you're going. Bring your legs over and find yourself ready in side lying. So I found myself in side lying. I've no idea where you found yourselves, but that's fine. Now lying a straight line. I've promised to nail this side lying series for everyone. You're going to do this 4 times today, and we're going to try and create a bit of routine around it. So first things first, it's a trouble position for a lot of people. Your pelvis must be in neutral and must be stacked from top to bottom. Your waist off the floor. That being said, your hand now can just go fingertips here. I'm going to say go up, inhaling, and exhale, pull down. Inhale to lengthen the legs and reach. Breath out to feel the compression of the abdominal area around the waist. Inhale, they lengthen, and exhale, pull them down. Now this level for some of you is where you belong. If you're lordotic and have other symptoms, issues like spondylolisthesis or the narrowing of the different spinal canals that you get through the spine, then you might stay at this level as you try and find some freedom through the breathing muscles and the gentle articulation of your pelvic stability sequence. What we're going to do from here now, I've done about 8 of those where we reach. Remember, don't go up a level unless you can do that easily. Now the next level is the lift and lift, both legs really tight together, and the lower and the lower. Remember, I've said you can have your hand here. Now don't be afraid if your lower waist area, when your highest point, imprints. But your aim is to keep your length and alignment. Exhaling, pelvic floor, navel away from your clothing. Inhaling and reach away. Let's try pointing as you come down. Exhale. Inner thigh tight in. Inhale, point and lengthen. Breath out, pelvic floor, zip up and hollow. And then do your legs. Never think this is a leg exercise, it's not. It's a pelvic stabilization, but it tells you how weak your inner thigh is and how weak your abductor-oblique relationship is, which is this sequence here. 2 more. And 1 more. Now listen, are you ready to roll back? So I'm going to roll my legs up and find myself back, as if by magic. Now that I'm back in place, I pull my knees into the chest, stretch my right leg to the ceiling, and take my other leg into the long line. And you can now see why we did the warm-up we did. This is scissors, so you hold this leg straight without over pulling on it, and the real work leg comes from the straight leg down here. So you're going to push the leg down, 2, 3, and then slowly switch. Correct, absolute parallel imprint, 2, 3, and switch. So sniff, 1, 2, 3, exhale, and in, and so the leg that's reaching away is the leg that's challenging you to pelvic stabilize in imprint. Even the back of your hamstring is possibly working. You're reaching up. You're feeling the navel pull right the way down in the direction of your middle to lower back. 1 more each side. And you bring both legs up. Guess what? You're going to go to the other side for side lying. So you'll end up seeing my back, but rather than you see my back, so I probably need to show you what you're doing. I'll just switch my body around. But if you can roll onto your side, do so in your own time. If for today you want to see what's going on, that too is fine. So you're back into your side lying position. You've made all the adjustments. Head, neck and shoulders released. If you've got a head pad and want to use it as long as it's thick enough, that's grand. And you've got your floating, inhale to go up, exhale down. Inhale, lengthen the legs away, and down. The reason I'm asking you to use the inhale to go up and the exhale to go down is I think some of you will make more sense of your waist on the underneath side. Legs float and lengthen, legs flex at the ankle and reach down. So on the first part of this sequence of side positioning, side balance, the movement is small as it wakes up your pelvic stability, and in all of us will reorganise things that don't stay organised. The minute you sit down, the minute you drive, the minute you do stuff like that, you go back to something of an asymmetry, which is why Pilates is a kind of a bit of an everyday connection. Are we ready to progress? We've done the up and down lengthened movement. Now you exhale, keep your hand in place. You're going to go up, all the way as high as you can. Inner thighs tight together, legs tight together. Point your toes away to come down. So we're going to exhale because we want to shorten through the obliques, side bottom, and inhale and push down. Exhaling. Remember what I said, don't think about your legs. Are you ready on this one? Pull your pelvic floor up as you breathe out. Imagine your front hip pulling towards your navel, then your inner thigh pulling to your top leg, and then lowering back down. Inhaling, exhale, inner thigh, pelvic floor. Feel the side lift. If it's too intense, simply go back to the smaller move, which is clearly what you need. And go and get deep into your breathing. 2 more. So I've changed to a 4 breath here because actually I'm getting even better feedback. Exhale, draw everything up as though your pelvic floor lifts your legs. Inhale into the inner thigh, and exhale as your pelvic position lowers back down. 1 more like that. We go up, we hold up, pelvic floor breath, oblique breath, and you lower down. Now guess what? You get to roll up and over onto your back again. Make sure everything's got symmetry. Bring your knees into your chest. We're going to do double leg stretch. Breath out to curl. Don't speed up. You need to make sure you've definitely got everything lined up and level behind you. Now inhale, then exhale, push. Breathe in and come back in again. Make the breath out, belly button to spine. Inhaling in. Inhale in. And so your legs move as your abdominals anchor your spine to the ground with the forcefulness of the breath out. Your shoulder blades are away from your neck. And your legs only ever go out as far as you can maintain an imprint. You've 2 more. You've 1 more. And down you go. Guess what? You're going to roll over onto your other side again, ready for your side position. So I'm going to switch around again. Again, it's something you can do on your own, but it's a nice little transition, and also it teaches the body something. So we're into our side position either inelegantly or elegantly with a transitional move, ready to repeat what we've just done because this is how the body will get it better then. So inhaling up they go, exhaling down. Inhaling, point and lengthen, breathe out, draw the inner thighs tight together, and use this as a breathing exercise. If you use it as a breath exercise, you'll do Pilates. If you battle with it as though it's legs with trunk stability, you'll miss the moment. Your body wants to work as if effortless because it brings everything in. Remember, it's pelvic floor, navel to spine as you go down. Inhaling final time in the floats of the lift and lowers. Keep your hand in place and exhale up. Inhale, stay. Point your toes and exhale. Time to connect the core. Breathe in. Breathe out, up. As high as your body will let you go without rolling the hip backwards. Inhale, inner thighs, exhale, and down you go. And pull the toes to the nose, exhaling. Less is more, inhaling. Your inner thighs should start to naturally connect. So my experience of this movement pattern is you become more connected to it. Exhale. Inhale, pulling the inner thighs tight together but not forsaking the pelvic floor and the oblique connect. Inhaling. Imagine the weight of the legs is all in your breath. And then the weight of the legs as you lower them is all in the breath again. Let's do one more. The weight of your legs in the belly breath. And point, breathe. And the weight of the legs. There. Are you ready to come in and elegantly take the legs up and find yourself? So final positioning here is going to kill you off, which is deliberate. Curl up. Again, make sure you've got a symmetry. Bend your legs. Now pull your right leg in and extend your left leg here. Now take your left hand behind your head. Keep your right hand so it knows where this part of the body is. You're going to exhale, curl, leaving the leg where it is, and then inhale, lower the leg, exhale, lift it. So you're back to the original theme. Breathe out, deepen, and deepen the belly button spine. If you need to be up here, that's fine. All that matters is that you're compressing your abdominal wall with the breathing out connection. Last time, and stay. Now breathe out and curl, twist, without anything else moving in the body. So, maybe have your hand by your side. If you see any flinching, twisting, rolling from anywhere below the navel, then it's all wrong. You're thinking of your inside of your elbow coming to the inside of your knee, and the hand on the floor is strong. You should now start to feel deep oblique abdominals across the bikini line and from the rib cage to the hip bones. You want more, breathe. Pull the legs in, head down, create symmetry, curl up again. This time you've got your right leg straight, your right hand supporting the back of the neck, and your left leg is where it is. So exhale, deepen the core. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Even on that breath in. Three more. Remember, your leg positioning will go wherever you can maintain, nothing being pulled out of alignment. The only thing moving just now is the leg. The next time the leg's where it belongs, stay. Are you ready? You now cut the other hand on the floor, leave the leg where you can cope with, and twist. And so my legs are strong. My abdominal wall is working hard with the weight of the leg. Inhaling, come on, we can do this. And two more. Remember, no other part of the body is moving except shoulders to pelvis, and then pull your knees into your chest. And you've got your final side of side lying, so I would roll away from the camera if it was me. But because I'm teaching you, I'm going to roll to the camera, okay? But still do my other side. So side lying position, everything should be lovely and warm right now. With side position, check everything's aligned, hand in front, and you've got your straightforward point as you float up, and exhale, lowering down. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, remember, feel the breathing abdominal control. Inhaling, and point the toes away, reminding the body that it's lengthening from the thigh bones. Inhaling and
Are you ready for the increase? Remember, stay here if you can't do the increase. Whichever way, it's going to a full breath pattern. Inhale, exhale, flex at the ankles and lift, lift. Breathe in, breathe out, point the toes and lower down, feeling the abdominals controlled. Inhaling, flex at the ankle. Exhale, shrink in this area here as your legs lift. Breathe in as though pulling the inner thighs together with the inhale. Point the toes, breathe out and reach those legs away. Inhaling to flexion, exhale, zip up and hollow. Pelvic floor, obliques, frontal hip. Inhale to point, keep the inner thighs tight. Exhaling and down you go. Flexion and remember, you go where you go, you don't force anything because that isn't Pilates. So if you don't go very high and it's taking you every effort of the breath and it's all in the right places, then that is where you are. That is where your level has found itself in orchestrating a greater stabilisation and mobilisation strength of the body. Last time, exhaling, inhale, reach the legs. Exhaling, shrink, belly button to spine, and they come all the way back down. From there, you'll be glad to know you can now roll onto your front. So we're going to go to dart just for a stretch and then into swan dive prep to basically make you fit for stuff I'm going to do tomorrow. So the forehead is on the block. Your legs are either parallel and apart, or they can be slightly wider if you tighten the lumbar, okay? Whichever way, reach your arms so that your legs and your arms are as... Imagine someone's put you on a rack and they're stretching you. Once the stretch is happening, you breathe deeply in and out because it's a breathing front. Inhaling and exhaling. And with each breath out, reach the arms away and the legs away from each other, as it were. So inhaling and exhaling. Experience your rib cage pulling away from the floor. Imagine you're about to lift your legs but don't, and that will make your hamstring connect. Pubic bone dominant. Hamstring feels like it wants to lift, but don't let the legs go. Now on the breath out, slide your arms to T shape. Have the palms facing the direction of the curling up with the thoracic. Keeping the legs working into the hamstring, and inhale, lower down. Listen to me. Breath out. You feel as though the arms pull you back. Inhale, your legs are staying strong, the pubic bone dominant, the rib cage stays on the floor, but your chest wants to reach forwards. It's an exhale, legs, hamstrings, thoracic area, inhaling and down, exhale. You've got just two more. This should be absolutely effortless in the abdomen and the lower back, but lots of activity in the upper back and the breathing muscles. Okay, the next time you go down, stay. Now put your hands under your shoulders. You're going to do a quick swan dive modification stretch. So this goes like this. Legs are lengthened, abdominals are connected. I'm slowly going to push my nose forwards, exhaling, pull my shoulders backwards. And take my posture to where it's happy to go. Now I'm an ex-gymnast in lots of ways, not world class, but I have a gymnastic type body alignment, okay? And we go again, exhaling. First of all, you do it without really using the floor. That's my natural range. And then you ease as though someone's pulling the crown of your head to the ceiling and your shoulder blades together. You inhale, keep the hamstrings firing up. Exhaling, pull the abdomen, pull the elbows down, down, down. We're just going to do one more. Less is more, remember. First part is on my own. I could get there without my hands. Second part, I'm promoting mobility as well as improving my stabilisation. Okay, I can feel the side of the bottom, the back of my hamstrings, abdominals are tight, my lumbar spine feels lovely, and down I go. Take yourself now into shell stretch, and I'm going to finish you off with a plank. Okay, it's going to be a held plank, and it'll send you out of this day very energized. Here we go for plank. You take your hands and you're pushing the ground away. Listen to how I'm cueing this to make sure it is what you do. The crown of the head is reaching, the hands and the fingers are spread, the heels of my hands are under my armpits. I'm going to reach my right leg out and push the balls of the feet, toes to the floor. Tension that leg just as we've been doing in every exercise we've done. Crown of the head is reaching. As I push the floor away with my hands and my single leg position, I'm going to float my other foot to join in that sense of pressing the ground away with my feet and with my hands. I haven't dropped my heels down, and I'm breathing in and out. With every breath out, as you push into your hands and feet, you can pull the abdomen tight in. See if you can make that connection. Inhaling and inhaling. Okay, making sense. Now lower the knees down. You could have done that on 3/4 length, but you won't get the same feedback. Take yourself just straight into all fours, because I'm going to finish off with your down dog or your pyramid, but it's a heel down stretch, okay? So exhale for this one. Listen to me. Let the head go. Bend the rib cage, and then watch your knees come off the floor, and then watch your heels go to the floor. If you need to walk your hands a wee bit further back, do so. And you're inhaling and exhaling. Melt your heels down. Keep your hips high. And then people, on the next breathing out, pick up to tiptoes and slowly lower your knees down and find yourself into a stretch with your arms wherever it's comfortable to be. So you're now just doing a contralateral type position. You've gone to the opposite type of stretch to make sure you've got anything in your lower back, it isn't there now. Okay people, well that was your workout, number 1 of a series that I'm putting together that hopefully you can repeat as you learn to improve your Pilates. So we're coming back to the screen now, and one day I'll have someone operating the camera, but hello. Okay, so we have quite a mixture in the room. I've finished. Hopefully you're breathing and still alive. Please feed me back. Let me know what it felt like to do what we did. It should have been really quite energizing, demanding. All of the breathing actually is the real effort. But in terms of the actual program that I'm trying to put together, you should be able to do that again when we finish this programming and go, oh my word, that's so much easier. I can do that quite easily. And the moves I've done today are meant to lead to some more traditional, efficient Pilates positioning. But that I want to make sure we can get there together, that I don't just fly away with able bodies, and I stick it to the people that are who we are, which is we all need a little bit more help than normal. Okay. Anyway, it's lovely to see you all. I'm glad so many people were able to join in. Look out for part 2, which will be tomorrow morning. Hate technology, Di, I'm blessed. Did it just go wrong? Tom goes, he's so efficient. Well, I'll leave Tom chatting with people. I'm going to get this ready for a Zoom session, but really glad to see you. Lovely to see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Remember Bank Holiday Monday? We will not be here. Susan Kennedy, oh yes, my hip flexors from yesterday. Surprise? No, Susan, I'm not. I'll see what I can do about it.